Hey friends, welcome to Lumberjacksons. Today, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a review and my thoughts on the Stihl ms400c. I've had this one for a little over a year now, and I want to kind of give you my thoughts. It's a good little saw. It's actually a great saw. After doing a little bit of work to it, it's got a bark box on it that I've done some work to. I've pulled the spark arrestor out, enlarged the hole, yada yada yada. Took the cylinder off, cleaned up the flash on the inside of the cylinder, you know, made sure that they were everything was chamfered correctly. Put it back together. I did the West Coast saw, or Redbeard saw, foam air filter, as you can see, kind of poking through the holes that I cut in the top cover. And yes, it works. It works dramatically. I know on Dino Joe you see that it gets only about 1 to 2% gains. Well, that's on a stock saw, but once you've opened one up, when it gets more air out, more air can get in, so on and so forth. It's just like a max flow for the big saws. You know, once you get the exhaust doing its thing where it's moving air, you need flow going in. So a max flow or one of these Redbeard or West Coast saw filters works wonders on these little saws. Which brings me to kind of the topic of today's video. In my eyes, looking at this thing, I bought this saw on kind of a whim. I had a 440 or ms400 that blew up. I was in a tight spot and they just had released this saw here in the US, so I purchased it. Well, let's just say I was impressed. For a 67cc saw, I was very impressed. Then I started doing modifications to it. And then I become extremely impressed. This saw will hang with any 462, and dare I say it, I would almost say it would hang with a 500i stock. A stock 500i. After I've done the work to this 400C, I think it will hang with a stock 500i. And that kind of brings me to this saw, my favorite saw in the world. It's a 372 XP that's been ported by the Iron Horse. This saw is a friggin' animal. I mean, a 395 won't even touch it. It's just wicked. But when it was stock, and this saw was stock, I swear to you guys, if you blindfolded me and put them both in my hands and I couldn't hear the saws run, because the 400 makes a distinct noise, especially when it bumps the rev limiter. But you run the two saws back to back and you feel the power in the cut, and I swear to you, the new 400 is it's just every bit as good as the old school 372 as far as power goes. I mean, really and truly it is. Now, will the longevity be there? I don't know. Like I said, this is a 1-year review, and I can tell you that the 400 has been there. It's started every time. It's never given me an ounce of trouble. It's a good strong saw. In a pinch, I have run a 32-inch bar on that saw. So it's it really has done me well. So if any of you guys are on the fence about buying a 400C, and you've run a 372 and you like a 372, I say get a 400. Just do yourself a favor and get it. Since we can't get the old school 372s anymore, just do yourself a favor and get the 400. It's well worth the money. And it's so easy to do work to, as far as getting them to where they really scream. Really, the 400's the way to go, guys. That's I guess that's it for today, guys. Tell me what you think. Oh, by the way, the boots in the background are whites, standard loggers, and they're shot. I've got about 3 years on them, and while they look good, they're heavily waxed. They're just shot. If anybody's got a good idea who makes a good boot, I've been thinking about Nick's, or maybe even J&K. I've owned Vibergs in the past, but Wiseco and Whites is normally what I buy. So if anybody has any comments, let me know. Thank you much. Have a wonderful day.